Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to continue our discussion on structured query language. So last time, what we did was to download the NYC flights, the flights data set coming from the package NYC flights. There are 5 other data set that comes with this NYC flights. We're also going to use dplyr, which comes with which is packaged with the tidyverse package. So si tidyverse package class, okay, let's just take a look at that. It comes with a family of packages. This was developed by Hadley Wickham, the famous author of data visualization using ggplot2. So steeped in R siya, no? Ang dami niyang packages na ginawa sa R. So if we take a look at packages dito, okay, tidyverse, just to illustrate this. Okay, I hope you have the package. Do you have the package tidyverse? Kindly please chat in the chat box if you have the package tidyverse. I'm not sure if we loaded the tidyverse package already. You have it? Okay, yes, thank you, Aaron. How about the others? Okay. Yeah, I think we loaded it maybe on the first day or second day. Okay, and then let's say this needs to be loaded. Notice that it's not yet, it does not come, when you open R, it does not come already preloaded. So you have to require tidyverse or library tidyverse. That's the function that you use. So click natin class, yan. All right. So what are the packages that come preloaded with it? dplyr, okay. Forcats, this is for categorical variables. ggplot2 for grammar of graphics. Lubridate, very powerful for dealing with dates. And there are accounts of others. readr table for creating data, data frames, etc. Okay, now if I have not told you this, let me tell it to you now. There are functions that are common to the packages and also some other packages. So for example, stats package comes preloaded with R, and it also has this function filter. Now, so if you use filter, magkakaroon ng confusion kasi hindi sinasabi dito kung ano ba siya, yung filter ni dplyr or filter ni stats. So what will prevail is pag filter lang ginamit natin, ito lang, ang magpe-prevail yung kay dplyr. If you want to make use of the filter coming from the stats package, then you use stats and then yung double colon na to, okay, to get the namesake of stats, and then filter. Okay, same thing with lag. Pag lag lang ginamit natin dito sa function, then automatically magdi-default si R dun sa lag ni dplyr kasi magkaiba naman yung syntax ng ano, no, ng stats lag at saka dplyr lag. Okay. All right. So once tidyverse is already loaded, then automatically yan, class, tingnan nyo tingnan nyo dito, type natin si dplyr. Okay, nakaklik na rin siya, no? Loaded na rin si dplyr. Okay, so loaded na si dplyr, si ggplot2 loaded na rin. And then ito si NYC flights, not necessarily, no? Kasi hindi naman siya kasama sa it's not part of the tidyverse. So let's load this class, NYC flights, okay. Then we said that what we're going to learn in the next few sessions, in fact, siguro up to, kung ako pa rin class, up to next week, no? Yung mga functions that are very important for wrangling your data. When you say wrangling your data, you're manipulating your data. Maybe you'd like to change the columns, change the rows. We call it wrangling, no? So some examples of that are filter, okay, when you're going to pick out only less observations. from a data set and then summarize. When you want to come up with a summary, let's say you want to get the mean or the standard deviation, one item, no? One metric or median, etc. And then you can partner summary with group by. So for example, you have a categorical variable, and that categorical variable has, let's say factor siya. Kunyari, meron tayong data on Metro Manila cities, no? Manila, Quezon City, etc. And you'd just like to get the average of the, let's say, adult population in Quezon City. You can combine yung group by at saka yung summarize. We'll have an example of that. Okay? Then mutate also. Okay? Mutate is when you create new variables out of existing variables. Then arrange, and then itong join medyo marami-rami to, no? May left join, may inner join, may outer join, etc. So we're going to discuss this yung sa huli, no? Okay? As I mentioned a while ago, this is part of what we call SQL, no? Structured Query Language. Marami na mga SQL ngayon, SQL na softwares. MySQL, I know it's also free, no? Dati, ano ba yung sa Microsoft dati? SQL yata, dati yung pang ginagamit ko years ago. Pero ngayon wala na yata eh. So, ano ba nakalagay dito? Access, iba na may access, no? Database siya. Pwede rin si Access gamitin. Pero may limitation si Access, no? Thank you Jay, no? You're correct, si Access as. Pero meron standalone din na SQL na not Access, no? Si Microsoft. Okay, and then last time we said that this is very important, yung pipe operator na to. Okay? This translates into and then, no? And then, no, ibig sabihin, and then, parang pagkatapos, anong gagawin, no? So it makes computing, it makes SQL very, very easy. Otherwise, you will be having, let's say, several lines of codes, different codes, to, let's say, mag-filter tayo, no? Baka kailangan ng iba't ibang code yan, especially kung iba't ibang parameters. But with the use of the pipe operator, which comes from the magrittr, no? magrittr package to, no? We can just use this very powerful, very useful na let's say function, no? Okay. And then I think we said last time na very important then for us to understand yung mga operators, no? Equality operators. Okay? Ito, not equal to, okay? Not yung exclamation point, or and they have different uses. Okay? Then we said last time, be careful with the use of equal to, no? That's why we have what we call the assignment operator. Na-discuss ko ba class yung assignment operator? I think I did, di ba? Ito, no? Yung assignment operator, which is equivalent technically to equal to. However, it's best to use this special symbols, special function na to na na less than and then slash. Kasi sometimes, for example, x then is equal to, then mag-R norm ka. Tapos dun sa R norm as a function, meron dun equal to sa loob nun, no? When you're writing ano yung standard deviation, ano yung mean, ano yung number of observations, gagamit ka ng equal to dun. Sometimes nagkakaroon ng confusion kasi may equal to ko dun sa assignment operator, tapos may equal to ko dun sa function. Okay, so sometimes, so oftentimes it's best, no? Ang talagang recommendation, when you're creating an object and you're assigning a variable to it, you use the assignment operator. Okay? So, okay, we did that last time. All right. So this is what we started to do last time. Okay. All right, here. Let's start with this one. So from the NYC flights 2023, so that's data for the whole of 2023. we access the flights dataset. So the package class is the package is NYC flights. Okay, so let's take a look at that here. NYC flights 23. Yeah, 23. Kasi may 13 eh. Before I was using the 13, pero mas updated to 23. Okay, if you click this class and try to see what this this contains class, karamihan, it contains data sets then. No? And what we used last time was the flights data set. Okay, so let's continue. So let's view flights class. And we can see here, it contains 19 variables, 19 columns, and 435 observations. Quite relatively a big data set, no? For 35,000. All 2023 from month 1, okay, January up to December. So lahat ng flights to, no? Okay? And then yung specific day, departure time, scheduled departure time, etc. Okay. All right, then importante sa atin itong origin, kung saan nanggaling yung ano. These are all outbound, no? Either the plane departed from Newark, from JF Kennedy, or from LaGuardia Airport. And then these are the different destinations. Okay, so now we started last time doing the structured query language using the filter function. We said that filter will allow us to extract data that we need from our data set. And what we did last time was do this. Ito yung ginawa natin. No? We created this object, Alaska Flights. Okay. And then, okay, this one class, assignment operator. Ano shortcut nito class? Baka makalimutan yung class. Ano shortcut niyan? Ito na pala. Control Shift M. Bakit M class? Kasi yung sorry. Hindi, iba pala. Assignment operator. Okay. All right. And then what next class? We're creating this object, Alaska Flights. I hope you don't mind me class repeating because some of you are not too well versed yet with R. Some of you are very familiar already with R. So those who are very familiar with R, I hope you will not take this negatively. I hope you allow your classmates to bolt in class sa use of R. Okay, flights, and then ito yung sinasabi natin class, no? And then, okay, Control Shift M. Yung shortcut na yan. Control Shift M class. Bakit Control Shift M? Kasi yung M class, yung Magritte R yan. That's the package where this initially came from, which was adapted na rin ni R and R Studio. Okay? So, and then class, so you start with flights, take the flights data set, okay, and we have that here. So, hindi ko pa na-run. I'm going to run that first. Na-run ko na. Ito na, di ba? So, viewing it. Okay. Ba't hindi pa naka-load? Okay. I-print ko dito flights. Okay, I'll print. Sorry, class. I think I did not run this one. viewing the flights does not automatically load the data. Okay, i-print ko lang dito. Okay, bakit wala siya sa ano? Weird. It doesn't reflect the environment. Okay, anyway, sige. Recently, class, medyo nag-a-act yung arc ko eh. That's it. Is it reflected in your environment, class? Si flights? When you viewed it, class, did it reflect here in your data? Dapat makikita natin sa data yung dito. Did it? Yes. Oh, yes sa inyo yun. Dapat nag-reflect din sa akin yun. Okay, I'll know kung hindi siya nag-work kung ano, when I make use of it. Okay. Oh, sorry. Again, class, may I request that when you answer, paki-send to all. No? So if you only send it to me, I'll have to change the, when I send the message, iti-change ko rin. Okay, sige. So, i-run natin to. No? I'm using flights dataset and then if i-filter natin, ano if i-filter natin, class? Filter by carrier. Okay, ano si carrier, class? It's where ang carrier, class, yun yung pangalan ng airline. Okay? Ito, carrier. So you have several airlines here. Tapos sabi, ang carrier daw dapat ES. Okay, take note, class, inside, ang ginagamit natin na equal is double equal. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so it generated Alaska flights with 7,843 observations compared to class C, 340 plus observations. Diba si flights? 435 pala. So, ito naging ano na lang, naging 7,843 kasi finilter out niya yung mga carrier na FS. Okay? I will okay, tingnan natin, class, kung yung pareho ba to? Okay, ba't pareho? Let's take a look at the structure of Alaska flights. Alaska, small a, L, A, S, yan. So may IntelliSense CR, no? If you type the first few letters of an object or a function, lalabas yun. So ito, I will not type the whole thing anymore, tab na lang. Structure ng Alaska flights, okay. So it tells us that it's a TBOL, it's a special type of TBOL, class, with 7,843 rows of observation by 19 columns. Similar pa rin sa flights dataset. So you notice the number of columns did not change. Ang nag-change, class, yung number of rows. Whereas the flights dataset had 435 observations. Ito, class, 7,843 na lang. Okay? So let's view this. Ito, you can click this. And let's check, class, yung carrier. Yan. So all in all, there are 7,843 observations. All of them have AS as their Alaska Airways as their carrier. Okay, so we did that last time. Okay, so moving on, class. Moving on, another object which we did also last time. This time, what we're filtering is the destination of Portland PDX. Okay, so we created this object, Portland flights, and then you first start with flights and then you filter destination is equal to PDX. Ito yung carrier, no? Ito naman yung destination. So, i-run natin to. So we now create this object, Portland flights. Okay, 1942 observations of 19 variables. So we expect that ang destination ito, print natin class. Ang destination nito class, lahat, ayan, PDX. Okay? Kasi we are equating the PDX to be, the destination to be Portland. With 1942 observations. Okay, let me pause for a while, class. Are you okay so far, class? You have any questions? I would appreciate you giving the feedback. Thank you so much. Okay, let's wait for your classmates to give their feedback also. All right. Now I know some of you are newcomers to R. If you are not able to follow, please don't be ashamed to ask questions. We'd like to think that our space here is a very safe space. Okay, so you can ask your questions, and I guarantee you no one of your classmates will critique you or say, why are you asking that question? Na no question here will be treated as inferior. Okay, so please, if you have any questions, feel free. Okay, thank you for your feedback. All right, so once again, we can check what type of object is Portland flights, and we know that it's also a TIBO. Okay, special type of a data frame. And you notice that the destination here, ito destination, lahat PDX siya. Ayan. All PDX. Why? Because we have filtered the data set. Remember, when you filter, you remove rows that do not conform to the filter function. Kung ano yung parameters na hinihingi natin sa filter. Here, destination is equal to PDX. Okay, moving on, class. This one. I think we started with this one last time. Okay, so here, dalawa na yung nasa natin, dalawa na yung gusto natin mangyari class sa filter. Here we're asked to create an object called JFK Portland flights to include all flights coming from JFK. No? So origin to, and then yung destination, PDX. Now, we can put it inside one filter umbrella. Yan. And then, okay, we're going to discuss, ano tong slash na to? Di ba ang slash class? Or. Kapag ampersand yung ginamit natin, and yun. Okay? So magkaiba yung class, no? It's totally different. So let's see. So let's start with this object, JFK Portland flights. Again, we start with flights and then filter natin. Origin is equal to JFK or destination is equal to PDX. Okay, without running yet, class, without running, how do you think your origin will look like? Filter origin is equal to JFK slash destination or destination is equal to PDX. Does that mean that the object that we're going to create yung JFK Portland flights, does that mean that ang origin lang JFK tapos ang destination PDX? Kailangan ba may 1:1 matching? JFK lang at saka PDX. What do you think, class? And it's all because of this or. Okay, for us to be able to answer that, let's run. Tingnan natin, class, kung ano. And by the way, class, I want to also ask another question. Will the order matter, class? Will the order matter? Paano ko nauna si destination tapos si origin? Pareho lang ba yan, class? Okay, let's check, class. Let's run this. Okay, then here we have JFK 133936. Na? So mga 300,000 plus na observations ang na filter, na delete. Kasi yung original natin 450 plus eh. Diba? So let's print this. Okay, first let's take a look at ano una? Origin, no? Diba origin? Ito. Origin is equal to GFK. So, lahat ba dito JFK lang? Okay? Mukhang JFK lang ba? How do we check, class? We can use the table function. No? Sige, table function na lang. Here. Control Alt I. Okay? And then let's create table ni nino class? Ni JFK underscore, yan, Portland flights. And then $C origin. Tingnan natin class kung, kasi the table will list down ano yung mga laman ng origin. Does it contain also yung LaGuardia at saka yung Newark? Okay, let's see. Control Enter. Alright. Oh, merong Newark, no? See, class? 888. Alright. May Newark. Diba? So, it's not only JFK. So, ito pala, class, yung origin is equal to JFK does not necessarily negate, class. Does not necessarily result in JFK lang lahat. May Newark eh. Well, let's see naman kasi destination. Lagyan natin dito. Table ulit. Copy ko na lang to. Table. Control C, Control V. Table. And then let's see. Destination. Okay. Let's see. It will create now tabular a list of what is found in the JFK Portland flights dataset and then dun sa destination. Click natin. Alright. Ang dami, class. Ayan. So it's not only destination. It's not only yung PDX. Okay? What do you think happened here? Can somebody explain, class? Can somebody explain bakit ang sabi natin if you filter si destination PDX tapos si origin JFK lang, bakit why is it that merong Newark sa sa origin tapos merong sa destination ang daming iba? Okay, why do you think that's so, class? Can somebody answer, please? May answer yata dito. Okay. May sinagot si Rowan. Rowan, can you please explain?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Yes. Why is it that the result of yung JFK Portland flights, no? Why is it that, ito kasi kanina, nung nag-filter tayo, destination is equal to PDX, the result was, pakita natin dito, class, table. Gawin natin table, just to, table, no? Portland flights, dollar, destination. Okay. Let's see, class, kung dito sa object na to, Portland flights, where we filter the destination, what are the destinations that will appear here? Control Enter. Okay. PDX lang, class, no? PDX lang. Same thing with here, class, with Alaska, yung carrier na AS. If you create the distribution of this object, Alaska flights, for AS, then it will only be AS. AS lang siya, no?
Okay, I can answer the question. Well, sir, when it comes to like OR conditions, it's by the definition of OR, if any of those conditions are true, then the filter just let that observation pass through.
Yes, correct.
So
Yeah,
if
that's
it's
it.
if the origin is JFK, any condition that satisfies JFK will pass through, or any of the destinations that are from that are PDX will be passed through, or both.
Okay. Okay, that's correct. Thank you so much. So for as long as yung origin JFK, regardless of what the destination is, then pwede yun, no? And then, if the destination is PDX, class, whatever the origin is, it will include that, no? So that's why you have 133. So this one's class, okay, this one's with different destinations except for this one class, no? This one's strictly PDX and destination. But the others class, they were included because their origin were, yung origin nila were JFK. Okay? Clear yung class? Hold on, class. Hold on. Okay, so I hope that's clear, class. No, that's why we were not getting. If you want, class, okay, my question is, if you want that, it should only be those that are from JFK and those that are destination is PDX. What should have been the code there, class? Okay, here, take a look at this. Origin is equal to JFK, and so now we're using the and class, no, not the slash here. Okay, let's see what happens here, class. I don't think we were able to run this last time. Okay, so we're creating this JFK Portland 1. Okay, this is another object so that we can preserve the first one. Okay, run this. Okay, let's see, class. So you have only this one, no? 1054 observations only. Okay, JFK Portland. Okay, let's see. Let's now, okay, again, create a table. No? Table of JFK here. Portland flights $1, and then you have JFK, you have origin. Okay, origin, sorry. Letter O. O, there you go. What's inside origin? What are the elements inside origin? Control Enter. So it's only JFK class, 1054. And then for this one, Control C, Control V. This time we're going to get the destination, DEST. Okay, Control Enter. Okay, so 1054. Okay, so apparently those that meets both the condition of JFK and PDX, all in all, they total 1054. Okay, so is this clear, class? May I have your, again, confirmation, class, if we're okay? Okay, thank you. Good. All right. So once again, class, for those of you who are already quite knowledgeable with this, we beg your indulgence, class, to please allow those of you who's doing R for the first time to, again, to quote unquote bolt in with us. All right. Okay, so how about this one, class? Let's now create this. Will it matter, class, if the order is changed? Suppose we have destination is equal to PDX and origin is equal to PD JFK. Okay, and what's the answer here, class? Run this. Number two to, no? Number one, number two. Okay, number two. Okay. Notice, class, the original one, ito, and the second one, class, are exactly the same. So it tells us, class, that it doesn't matter, class, no? It doesn't matter whether you put the destination first and then the origin, no? It doesn't matter kung ano yung mauuna doon. All right. So let's have an exercise, class. let's uh, let's create now an object. Okay. For this one, departed from JFK. Okay, I know I gave you a blank there. Heading to Burlington, which is in Vermont. The destination is BTV or shuttle, and departed in the months of October, November, December. Okay, I'll give you a few minutes to work on that. Let's see. So there are now uh, how many conditions? From JFK, that's one. And then that destination is a combination of either Vermont or Washington. Okay. And then you also departed in the months of October, November, December. Okay. So this tells us of the power of SQL. Okay, because we can we can filter several items. Okay, and what's the use of this class? For decision making? Okay, for example, if you are with the New York City Airlines or let's say airport management, and then you'd like to see which of the airports that we have are are patronized by by the different carriers, then you'll be able to come up with a, let's say, a good analysis and perhaps a good decision on what to do on, let's say, your budgeting. You're going to improve the facilities. Which of the airports, let's say, service more flights? Okay, and maybe you'd be putting more money to that, no? Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes, class, to work on this, and then we compare. When you're done, class, kindly chat in the chat box that you're done. Huwag talaga mga computer students ang bibilis, eh, no? Very fast. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Josiah. Thank you, Erin. Let's wait. Let's give time for the others, no? Okay, so let's compare class. No? All right. So take a look at this class. Notice that I'm using only one filter. I'm only using one filter. And then here class origin is equal to JFK. Okay. And it's a strict requirement that it should be. Okay. Now I'll notice the compound end here class. No? And then destination is for the destination class, notice it's or here. It's or. So just like English class, you read it read this as from JFK and heading to Burlington or shuttle. Okay, so there's this or there and departed in October, November, December. So there are keywords here already, class, that tells us how to generate this. Okay, so and here, that's why we're using this and then destination is either BTV and shuttle there. So you have here the slash, the bar, end. So you have another end here and departed. So that's month, no? Month, October, November, December. So the month will be greater than or equal to 10 because October is 10th, 11th, and 12th. So here I'm generating this object, Vermont shuttle flights fall for the month of October, November, December. Or you could have named it any way you want. No? Okay. So if you run this, all right. So what do we have? We have only 1192 observations. 1192 observations. And just like class, just like the the table that we were using a while ago, you can check. You can check class. Class, sandali ah. Excuse me, nasa class ako, please. Okay, so this one, no? Okay, so if you check class, again, if you use the table function for JFK, it will only be JFK. And then for destination, let's check that class. For destination, okay, table, BTV, shuttle flights fall, dollar, dest. All right. Baklas? Okay. Either BTV or shuttle. Okay, and then if you check class the month, you'll only see 10, 11, 12. All right, so this is really more English class, no? And of course, it will depend on the requirements of the requester, the one who is usually requesting for this information. For example, the finance department might want whatever team is handling this, whatever team is handling this to extract data from a certain particular data set. All right. Any questions so far, class? Clear tayo so far? Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. Oh, sandali lang class. No? Wait. Okay, the next. All right. How about this one, class? How about filtering rows corresponding to flights that didn't go to Burlington or BT? If it did not go, of course, if there are, let's say, 20 destinations, you would not want to, let's say, 20 destinations, then you would not want a compounded uh, or class for the 18 other destinations. What's easy is that you use this one class, not. Okay, not filter, not destination is BTV or destination shuttle. Okay, so maybe you'd like to write that class. Not BTV, not shuttle. Okay, and then I think I gave you some notes here. Careful use of the parentheses around the destination. Okay, for example, if I didn't use a destination, what will happen? We would be returning all flights not headed to BTV or those headed to shuttle. Okay? Plus a minute ha. May knock lang on the door. Okay. Sorry class ha. Medyo maraming istorbo. No? All right. So this is what I was saying a while ago. No? Yung parentheses nasa labas. Tapos not destination is equal to BTV and then destination is equal to shuttle. That would be a different it will generate a different output. Okay? All right. What's another class? What's another way to go about that? Okay? I think I should i-ano ko na lang to class, no? Sige, kayong gumawa class, no? Not BTV, not shuttle, flights, and then filter natin class. Not destination is equal to BTV and not destination is equal to shuttle. So you can see the difference class. Okay? I'll give you a few seconds to copy. When you're done class, kindly chat in the chat box in yes. Okay, but I hope you run it class. No, I'm not going to run it anymore. Okay, I'll leave you class to compare and see. Are the results the same class? I hope they're the same. Okay, good. Thank you so much. All right. So let's have some more examples. Okay, how about this class? How about filtering several items? So let's create an object called many airports to filter destination to shuttle, San Francisco, PDX, BTV, and BDL. Okay, let's use the OR operator. How will you do that, class? Let's compare. I'll give you a few seconds to try to do that. Let's create an object called many airports, and then let's filter only the destination going to these cities: Shuttle, San Francisco, Portland, Vermont, and what's BDL? I forgot. If you're done, class, kindly chat in the chat box. Okay, good. Okay, so maybe you did this class, no? Okay, sorry about this. Okay, many airports, flights, and then, oops, filter destination is equal to shuttle or this one. This is okay, class. This is okay, perfectly fine. However, class, this is quite unwieldy, no? Paano kung 20 destinations yan? Okay, is there a better way to do this? So inuulit-ulit kasi dito yung destination, di ba? Destination is equal to shuttle, slash, etc., etc. So progressively including many items can get unwieldy, class. So there's a shorter approach using the percentage in percentage operator along with the C function. So we can do this, class, no? Here. We can do this. Shuttle, San Francisco, and then destination in the following. No? Okay, destination in the following, and then view many airports. All right, I'd like you to compare, class, yung many airports dito, yung ginawa nyo. If you didn't do this, then maybe you can write this also, and then compare it with this one. And tell me, let's call this method 1, and this is method 2. Tell me which is the better method of the two. Okay, did that answer method 1? But did you answer method 1 or method 2? Hindi pa, no? Kasi yung method 1 class, talagang specified talaga and making use of the or symbol there, no? Isa-isa, no? And this can be quite unwieldy, lalo kung marami class, no? Pero if we can use the percentage in percentage operator, okay, destination in the following. So this is more concise, okay, and this is more readable compared to this one. Okay, are you getting the same answer, class? You should get the same answer, no? However, less energy kasi yung isa, less energy siya. Mas madaling isulat and lesser energy to compose, to write in the code. Okay? All right. Summarize na to, no, class, no? I don't want to start with this yet, no? So, is it okay for now, class, that we stop here first? Okay, do I have your permission? And then babawiin na lang natin, class, kasi I don't want to start with the summarize function yet. I want, and I'm thinking of giving a more, let's say, comprehensive example with this in the summarize. All right, sige. So for now, class, at least we have started with the filter function. Now, I don't want to give an assignment kasi, class, kasi hindi pa ako yung hindi ko pa sure na I'll be the mentor here, no? So let's wait until Friday to really finalize this, so that ako din nahihirapan kasi as much as I want to already exert much effort, hindi ako maka move kasi ayoko ding class, ayoko ding na tapos iba din pala yung maging approach ng magiging mentor nyo. Okay? So let me